Sup YouTube, Kona87 here, bringing you guys a movie review of awesome proportions, and if you couldn't tell by my awesome new poster, it's of Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica Movie 1, Hajimari no Monogatari, or Beginnings in English. First off, sorry because I missed my weekly reviewing whatever seasonal anime, but it's because I was not at home. I was instead 4 hours away in Vancouver with my two buds watching the Madoka movie in theaters, and it was damn awesomely fun. The movie was at 7 and we arrived at the mall around lunchtime, where we just went and immediately spent all of our money at the anime store. I got myself a fancy new wall scroll, a Chibi Unit 2, and this one guy from Ava, whatever his name was. And I had no more monies to spend for the rest of my trip. As a side note, my friend Eli bought a Kirino hug pillow, which he carried around the mall afterwards. Then after a few hours we were kind of bored, so we just lined up 4 hours early for the screening. We were first. Then around 2 hours later another group joined us and we just chatted it up and it was awesomely fun. They had parent-teacher interviews, so they were allowed out early, and they told us a saddest story about one of their teachers. He's an avid Madoka fan with figures strewn all over his desk, so already he's awesome. And he was gonna come see the Madoka movie, but because of the same parent-teacher interviews that let these students out early, he had to stay at freaking school. So he could not join us at the movie. Like, oh, that's so horribly suckish. Poor guy. But any hey little day, we were first, and being first, we got awesome poster thingy. Yeah, that glorious thing back there, totally free and awesome. And the movie itself was fantastic as well. From my previous knowledge, I knew that the first two Madoka movies were recaps, but hey, it's a freaking once-in-a-lifetime chance of seeing Madoka on the big screen, so I had no complaints about going. And boy, was I blown away. It wasn't so much of a recap as it was a completely amazing overhaul of the entire series. Everything was reanimated and redesigned, and the backgrounds were extravagant and stunningly glorious. The character designs were reamped and fresh, and it was just overall awesome. The movie itself told the plot from the beginning to about halfway through the shit with Sayaka, and in my opinion, I thought the story was told better than it was in the anime. In the movie, unnecessary, well that's questionable, scenes were cut, and other scenes were built on a tad deeper, and it really had a fresh feel for the movie as a whole. In the anime, I greatly disliked Sayaka, but in the movie, I actually cared for her and didn't hate her nearly as much. So the plot for the movie was excellent, and the transition from TV series to movie was done excellently. And the backgrounds, oh my god, the backgrounds. I was a tad under the weather while watching this, so I had a raging headache, but even still, I could not stop staring at those glorious backgrounds. Such great detail was taken into the reanimation of everything, and I loved it. Even the OST was revamped with certain songs with noticeable changes, and it was done well. Namely the ending theme that, while it was playing Magia Quattro, not a single soul in that theater shifted. Madoka Movie 1 was an excellent cinematic work, and as a Madoka fanboy, I obviously recommend it. Whether you've seen the series or not, it was good, it was great, it was freaking awesome. There's not much else to say. I've seen the series like 3 or 4 times, and this movie still generated those same deep feels and shivers and jitters while watching. And personally, seeing it on the big screen with like 100 or so other nerds feeling the same jitters was just the perfect environment. And when we left the theater, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was a promenade of like 100 nerds with 3 or 4 or more wall scrolls coming out of their backpacks and bags full of figures and manga and anime just walking up the stairs to the SkyTrain. People going the other way turned and stared and looked confused as our awesome troupe stumbled up the stairs with like giant grins of hype after seeing Madoka. On the SkyTrain, I got to talk to this one awesome guy who had a bag full of anime stuff, a Strike Witch's hug pillow, and a $250 Ultimate Madoka figure. He explained that the figure was pretty much more than his rent, and he spent his next week's pay on anime stuff. So he was a total badass, and it was even funnier because there was a Canucks game that night, so half the train was hockey fans and half the train was hyped anime nerds, so it was just lulz all over the place. So yeah, all in all, Madoka for me was just a terrifically awesome experience. I had so much fun, so I'm probably just oozing hype and happiness, but what did you guys think of the movie? How did it compare to the series itself, and where do you guys think the second and third movies will go? Also, this review was not really a review at all. Like with Wolf Children, the last review I did, I tried to make it more formal and reviewy, and I just did not have fun reviewing it. I had so much more fun making this review where I just gushed about what I love and why. So my question to you guys is, which do you like better? Formal, straight-laced anime reviewing, or this, where I just super hype gush happiness about series I love? Tell us, cause I don't want you all having a fuss. But I'm Kona87, this is Madoka, this is also Madoka, and my Ultimate Madoka is pre-ordered. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.